Hello, what's going on? Today we're gonna be learning how to charge gear with a small budget. Okay, we have four principles right here. We're gonna be looking into them, not too much, but we're gonna be looking into them. Um, so we have a scenario. We just moved to a new building. That new building has a couple of bad equipments. We have a microphone getting feedback from a lot of places. We have a speaker that sounds bad, sounds muddy, and we have a system that turns off after 2 hours. Okay, so let's see how much it's gonna cost us to fix all of that, according to some people. So as we can see, 2,000 bucks for a mixer, 1,000 bucks for two speakers, good, and 400 bucks for a wireless microphone. Without even mentioning that probably we need an EQ because it's giving us feedback. Okay, there is a little problem is that our budget is only 1,000 bucks. Okay, so let's see what most of us would do. This is our second plan. It is we would get not a so good mixer, obviously, because we only have 1,000 bucks and our mixer is just falling. Okay, and which is alright. Look at this, 5 stars for a 15-inch passive speaker because we have the amplifier already in the building. Okay, it has 5 stars as well, and we have a Shure microphone. And I think that this is a good is a good move. It's a good move. Okay. Now let's say in the case that we wanted to wait for better gear, we wanted to save up for better gear, or we have an even tighter budget. I'm gonna be showing you the principles right now. This is with this you save 90 bucks, and this is where the principle starts. Four principles. I'm not gonna go too much into them. Okay. First of all, we ask God for wisdom and to give us good deals and to lead us, because these are temporary things, but we want to do eternal things. Okay. Step one, we're gonna research, and I would tell you to invest in yourself. Read books about this. If you're new in this, look at there is a YouTube channel called Worship Tutorial. Look all of those channels up. Invest in yourself. Step number two, creativity. How else can this be done? Okay. I think that this is one of the area where the Lord is gonna help you a lot. Creativity. Okay. Step number three, how to look it up. YouTube tutorials. Uh, Books about how to do stuff. And the step number four is a plan of attack. Okay. Since we're dealing with budget, it would be making a budget. Okay. You need to make a budget of what do you think you're gonna be spending on. Okay. So this is what we do, what I would do, what we would do. Now I already invested in myself. Okay. Our problem with the mixer was that it was turning off after 2 hours. Guess what turns off after 2 hours? Uh, Cell phones when they overheat, video games, PCs, a lot of electronic stuff turns off after, and we know it's overheating. Overheating. One time I had a man that visited my church, and I heard him say that one of his amplifiers went dusty and it would just crash. You see that knowledge right there helps me. Now I know the only thing I need to do is probably just dedust it. It won't cost me that much, right? It's gonna just cost me 4 hours of work. A minimum wage is 4 times 7, like 28 bucks. It's gonna cost me from my own time. But the church, this is gonna cost the church 20 bucks, around 20 bucks, plus the tools. Okay, 20 bucks. The speakers. Okay, we said the speakers. Let me change. The speakers, they sound bad. That's not enough information. They sound muddy. There are two things that could be with the speaker. They sound muddy. It could be the diaphragm, the tweeter, the horn. Okay, like the small speaker, the small part of a speaker, or it could be also the crossover. Okay, since it's all most likely it's most likely gonna be the crossover because it's all speakers. But for the video sake, because this is what I have, I would buy. I wouldn't buy the whole tweeter. I would buy just the diaphragm, which is $20, 22, $23. Okay, and also, let's say this is tweeter. Also, it could be the amplifier limiter is off. Okay, so we want to fix that because if we buy $1,000 and the amplifier limiter is off, it's gonna break those as well. Okay. Finally, the microphone. What I would do with the microphone that is giving me feedback is is I would tilt the speaker. But if you need to equalize it, you can also just buy a splitter. Okay. Hook hook one of the lines into one channel and the other one into the other channel. That way you have the mid sweep from both channels, and you can send one to the monitor and one to the front of house. Okay. Okay, so that's creativity. That's what we call creativity. I had an idea. Instead of buying, I just use this. Okay. So our total would be, this is $9, $52. That's our total. That's the money we spent. This is what it would look like. But if we were to do a plan of attack, being more specific, it would probably be like $81 in reality, okay? Because we need a screwdriver, we probably need a drill, so probably be more expensive. But even that way, we still we still spend less than $100 to fix all of our issues. Now, I think this is temporary. Temporary. Now, I've done a lot of fixes that are very long lasting, just like that, okay? But like honestly, we want to move on to better gear, okay? So we're doing this temporarily because the budget this year is just $1,000 and it's January, okay? And these are all the problems you need to face, okay? $81. There are downsides to it, okay? The downside is that it's not gonna cost you money, but it's gonna cost you 11 hours to do everything we just spoke of, okay? Which in minimum wage is $132, okay? That's from you. Now there are two concerns, Why not just wait a little longer for better gear? Sometimes you just can't. You don't have the money to do it. The church doesn't have the money to do it, and so it's better, But even if you got better gear and you still have faulty amplifiers, you will still be throwing $1,000 amps, into the trash. Okay. Number two is you don't have the skill set to do this. What I would say is look for a brother or a sister that does. Okay. Having that said, I think that you should invest in yourself. Go to YouTube and look it up how they do it. And if it looks too hard, then don't do it. Okay. Well, this is gonna be right here. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Leave a comment. Bye.